What's going on, guys? And welcome. Hold on a sec. We don't need that bloody accent. Not no more. What's up, guys? How are we all doing? And welcome back to Blighty. Oh, we've got bunting still up. Let's get that down. Get a shot of that. There we go. We haven't got any lights on back here. We're not very organised tonight, are we? Nothing major, but there we go. Let's get some red. Actually, no, I think they're on fade. I think we're all right with those. Yeah, there we go. That's happy days. How are we all? How is everyone? Welcome back to BBTFRG. I'll take that down as well. Yeah, welcome back to the BBTFRG channel with me, BallisticBull, and I've got Jess here with me this evening. What's up, Jess? How you doing? Yeah, it's been a long old 2 weeks, if you ask me. It seemed like it's gone on forever. To be honest, I've quite enjoyed having 2 weeks off. I wouldn't want it every season, but maybe once or twice a year might be nice. What do you think? No voice. Hold on a sec. We've got the no voice for Jess bollocks again. Sorry, I swore. Always. I don't know why it does this. Right. Okay. Just give me a sec. Take that. It's like the lads in the other room. Move input. And lads in the other room watching the Grand Prix at the moment. Who are you talking to? Yeah, my lads in the other room watching the Formula One Grand Prix at the moment. I'm obviously talking too loud. That's why the door's just mysteriously shut behind me. Right, Discord there. Right, can you just say something a sec, bruv? No, it's still not going. Why does it do this every time on every time we do this, don't isn't it? Move the input. Let's okay, so I'm just going to talk to him for a bit whilst I force close this and we do this again because it's rather annoying. Force close, wavelink. Close, force close. No, it's not Jess. It's my bloody wavelink, my mixing software. For some reason, I have to restart it every time. It doesn't pick for some reason. OBS doesn't pick Discord up every time I use it. So we'll open that again, and it'll work. It'll work. It's just I need to remember to do this before each stream. I think it's just a bug within the program. And I think actually there might be a wavelink update that needs doing. But I've been fairly busy with one thing and another. We've had a little change round in the studio here, to be honest. You kind of shuffled everything over to the left a little bit and new desk, a bit of a new layout. You kind of see a bit more of the Titanic now on that right-hand wall and bit more kind of visual going on in the background there. My empty bottle of beer on the side that I still haven't taken down. Right, okay, so that's back up. Let's add a channel. We'll add Discord. Right, Jess, could you just mutter something? You've still not come through that time. Okay, why is that? Are you on Discord with me? No, it's because I said this always works, isn't it? You're on Discord. Why isn't it coming through? What if we move it the bus to there? Just do a little test for me again, mate. It's still not. Oh, why does this happen every time? Wavelengths there. Discord's coming through. Why won't you pick? I bet if you jumped on Telegram, it would work. I don't understand why it doesn't. Yeah, it might. I just don't understand why. What it is about Discord. but it doesn't want to do it. Right, try one more time. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to set up a voice call on Telegram with you, and we'll see if we can get you chatting that way. So if I go over here, over to here. Right, okay, so there you're, yeah, I can hear you. Right, so if you could just talk a little bit so I can get the levels sorted out.
Weeks. I hadn't even opened my game till this morning to kind of see where my IT was because I'm still kind of out in the middle of nowhere and I don't know anywhere nearby that has like Google Play cards. So it's like I have to be strategic in like when my IT runs out so that I can plan accordingly to try and get IT for my stuff. I'm telling you, man. It is an experience out here in the woods.
Yeah, think of all that clean air you're getting. That's good, man. I've got the levels set. Chat is saying they can hear you. So yeah, we'll skip back 5 minutes. Quick rewind. We got Jess on chat live here with us. So say hello, Jess.
Yeah, what's up? No, yeah, just ready to kind of dive into things. I haven't had to wake up early in a couple weeks, like early. Or wait, I not even wake up. I don't even I forgot. It's been so long I forgot. I don't even normally go to sleep on nights that the season starts. So yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely different.
I said I've enjoyed having this couple of weeks off. I wouldn't want to do it every season. That would do my head in, a 2 week gap between seasons every season. But I've enjoyed it this season. I think maybe once or twice a year might be quite nice. Get a bit more stuff done around the house. But no, it's been good. Let's take a quick look at who we've got in the chat. Andre44 in there first. That's unusual. Ryan, you're slacking in there third, but no first for you this evening. Only me as well. Good luck, slacker. Cheers, only me. DQ in the chat and Mr. Poing as well. What's up, guys? Ben CR250 and Boomer Bill. We got Yo Master 2. What's up, Yo Master? Fezman and Apex joining us as well. Fez, Mr. Poing sharing the love with Ben. DB sighting in the chat. What's up, my friends? Hope you're well. Mr. Boom, thanks for joining us. I think that looks like that's about it for now, but I'm sure as more people cotton on. I think Chris Glazier as well. Hello, Bull. Hello, Chris. How are you, my friend? Yeah, I'm sure as we kind of we trot on, a few more faces might show up. Anyone catch Stone stream earlier? JRW Gas, hi mine, happy anniversary. Yeah, thanks, mate. Yes, my second wedding anniversary today, so I've had to do lots of creeping and to earn enough streaming credits to to be able to do this evening. We went to the theatre last night to watch a show, so we had kind of had our anniversary celebration yesterday. That was great. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, so little bit of creeping that goes a long way. So we managed to put this out this evening and stick to our schedule, because obviously tomorrow morning we'll be up bright and early for thanks Ben for season premiere. Right, anyone catch Stone's stream earlier? Any more thoughts based on that? What should we pull up first? Should we pull up the tech tree first, do you think, mate? Would that make more sense?
Yeah, definitely. At least the beginning of it. I mean, I call it Stone Stream, and yeah, I think for the most part, it's basically kind of what you and I had been talking about all week. Logically, that we didn't think the clones would survive. You know, we just didn't think that or basically our thought process to the clones were that, hey, great meat shield, fantastic meat shield, but as a primary offensive troop, they're lacking greatly. And so you really need a primary troop to attack with. and whether that's grins, tanks, or using like the rifles with the Zukas. I mean, I guess it just depends on where you're at, but I definitely know where we're leaning.
Yeah, I mean to put sort of I guess to put some meat on those sort of bones. The last time we had clone rifles, we kind of remembered them working pretty well. But then I think, like we were saying, the last time we had them, we had shocks to go along with them. We had that's better. That fills the screen a bit more.
What's up, Andrew?
We had shocks to go along with them. We had Zukas to go along with them, which made them a lot more potent. So that's what kind of I think made them seem more effective, and why people when they saw it on the tech tree they kind of went, oh yeah, great clone rifles. But after a little bit of thought, actually maybe they're not that strong. Apex, no, you didn't miss it. We're just starting. JR Gas, 8 a.m. tomorrow for us in the UK. Yeah, clocks went back, so we have to get up at bloody 8 o'clock now. I mean, it used to be a nice leisure.
As opposed to what? As opposed to what? 3 a.m. Wait, is it 3 a.m.?
I love poking the Americans with this stick.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because you remember I moved to Central Standard Time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I really don't know when it starts now.
Yeah.
I'm so used to Pacific Standard Time. So
we're back to Greenwich Mean Time in the UK. We've lost our daylight savings, so it's 8 a.m. start now for us. Which now I know. Oh, you missed Stone Stream. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I thought he was talking about your anniversary. Like he missed your anniversary.
Right, yeah. You didn't need to do anything for us, Apex. No. When I said, did you catch Stone Stream? Yeah, no, it's great for us. In terms of start time, it is great for us. I can't moan that. I know that it sucks for you guys, but I do like to have a dig every now and then. Andrew, happy birthday, love. How are you? Hope you're well.
I almost think, with the added 4 of 6, I know some people that do better starting 2 hours late every season than people that get up right at the start time, because the meta is already well defined and you don't accidentally unlock something you don't need.
So you thought you needed but didn't. Well, I mean, I'm in exactly that boat this season. Obviously, I've spoken to Jess about this, but my work schedule changing a little bit over the next few weeks. I've actually secured myself a new job. So I quit this one. I leave this one at the end of November, starting at the beginning of December with the other job. So my streaming schedule is gonna change a bit over the coming weeks, but it means that basically I've got to work tomorrow. So I won't start my season until tomorrow evening. So I will be in that position of, kind of tapping guys like yourself up, Jess, to find out what the meta is. So, yeah, but it'll be it'll be interesting to see kind of what a difference that makes. Not starting at my normal time. Andrew says I'm fine. Not getting up at 4 o'clock tomorrow. We'll get up at the usual 5 instead and play. We've got Todd sighting. Todd, how are you? Not only do I live in paradise, but 10 p.m. start for me. Yeah, no, that's nice. Only me with a slacker sighting. What's up? And Blackadder sighting in there as well. What's up, Blackie? How you're well? Hope things are going well for you, my friend. Yeah, so like I say, it's although it's a normal start, I won't be starting until probably about 6 or 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. So by then the meta is going to be clearly defined. But yeah, coming back to the tree, Jess, we were saying about the rifles, and I think we're in agreement. Jess and I are in agreement, and I think pretty much community wide that they're just not going to cut the mustard for very long.
Well, no, I mean, I know some people that are going to just deal with rifles all the way till they get to 4ER and tanks or Zukas. But in my opinion, like, yes, grins are technically off path, but in my opinion, why struggle for a day or 2 days when you just get grins and go? Because I think whether you get grins or tanks, you're going to be using that troop for 75% of the season. And at that point, is it worth the investment if you're going to use it for 3/4 of the season? I think it might be. So
Yeah, I think Grens are going to do quite well this season. I say I agree with you. I think that they're gonna be pretty strong. Just trying to get this
what's
frame
up, Ryan?
centered. What do I want? I want that. Let's shrink it down a touch. We've lost that edge.
DQ, I don't think that they'll be that expensive. Now what you do need to worry about is, I think the initial things you want to worry about is if you do go grins, maxing grins are only like 575,000, so it's not that bad. So if you are going grins, then you're probably preparing yourself for a defensive meta. So you want to make sure that you can capitalize on not only the TD but the defenses. Whether at least tick 4 on the single point, and then you can max out those splashes, so the flames, the machine guns, and then be able to save juice for your DBD and your BH.
So yeah, I mean to put some. Why is it? Oh, because I'm using draw. I want paint. So to put some lines. Let's start with my lines. We like lines. Where's the BBTFRG sign? What, the one that used to be in the background? You on about only me? It kind of fell off the shelf and kind of got broken. Is kind of awaiting repair.
What's up, Tiago?
So yeah, we've got the Conair sign now, and we've also got. I'll show. Remind me before the stream ends, and I'll show you what I've done with my. So I've got the Discovery back there, the Lego Discovery, but we've added something to it, so I'll show you that as well before the end of the stream. But yeah, to pop some lines, get some lines on this. DBD asking, are heavies not an option? We don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't think so.
I think. Well, I think Martin, he not that he's as opposed to him as I am, but he understands that the rabbit hole will have to go down at some point for the TH, for the heavies, for the heavy choppers. But I like later on, not initially, but I'm vehemently opposed to that rabbit hole for as long as possible. I just don't see heavies ever being a thing. And I think that you would be so far behind everybody else if you go the DBD, the BH, and then you also go that rabbit hole. You'll be so far behind everybody else. It'll be really hard to catch
Just
up.
a quick shout out to Tiago Rookie there in the chat. What's up, Tiago? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the heavies down the rabbit hole. I think if you're going to even remotely invest in heavies, you've got to be putting the TH in because it's right behind them. So that is going to be an 82 node diversion. So realistically, it needs to be making you four chests minimum to pay for itself. But even then, you're going to be that same 4 chests behind everyone else. As Jess pointed out, yeah, as I've said, yeah, you're going to need the TH eventually. You're going to want the heavies eventually. But there's a TH here in 5ER that can do to kind of keep you going. Thanks, Del Boy. Evening all, he says. Heavies always seem to end up being a thing, so don't rule them out. No, you're right. And like I said to Jess, it might be that I get in from work tomorrow evening, bung him a message saying, right, what's the crack then? And he says to me, heavies and troop health, heavy rush, mate, get on it. In which case, we all stand corrected and everyone that bought Grens will be open Grens will be kicking themselves. But
I just honestly don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Even if heavies are a thing, they would be so far behind everybody else that even if the grins people go grins and defensive, they would still be at 4 ER and the hot pot before the heavy rush people are, and the heavy rush people would just die at that point to the hot pot. So like,
I realistically only see one route out of 2ER, 3ER into 4ER, and that is this. So, flamethrowers first, TD, and then mortars. Shock mine, 3ER, Flare, DBD, multi-node 2. This is what I'll be doing from rank 11. So that will be my opening tech. I'll be going 5 on that, 5 over here, 5 down here, 5 on these dudes, 5, 4, 5. I won't be putting anything into shock mines, purely because that's a place to save tokens. Nothing into flare. DBD will be going to tick 4. So that will be my opening tech. My first chest. My first, Skull Crusher Boom Beach and their viewers have joined. Scully's on his way in. We're getting raided, folks. We're getting raided. Get the air raid sirens out. Get your crash helmets on. In comes Scully's crew. So yeah, my first chest will be BH. My second time chest will give me Grens. And then it'll be sniper towers, cannons, then onto this path. I think to get TD, I will need gold.
What's up, Hope and Glory?
Yeah, I think to get TD, we need gold. And then the evening chest. And I don't really see anything other than that. I don't really see anything other than that really being viable. Do you? You know, like I said, we'll be tick 4 on that. We'll be tick 4 there, and then I'll be looking to max the statues as the tokens become available.
It depends. I think. I think some people. I think it depends on if you want to compete. First thing tomorrow, if you want to be in gold tomorrow, if you want to be progressing tomorrow, I think grins are the natural solution to that. If you're okay taking iron chests for a couple days and just moving forward to tanks and doing your thing and don't mind progressing a whole bunch day one, then maybe that's your thing. But I just think if you want to compete, if you want to be competitive day one, probably going to need to go grins.
Yeah, I think without a shadow of a doubt. Dark Anubis has joined us in the chat as well. Thank you, Dark, for dropping by. Someone say Dre Dog in there as well. Hope and Glory too. Missed that one. Sorry, Hope and Glory. And Todd as well. Regarding heavies, just think about last season. I got heavies and was behind all season. Yeah, I think that heavies are a bit of a trap this season. Hard to know with when they've got the troop health, but the DBD, you know, again, we've got another season where by 5ER, you've got every defense conceivable on the deck. I mean, the only defenses that are going to go on the deck after 5ER will be Proto 2, Proto 3, the multi-node 4, and Proto 4. So, you know, it's Daniel Matheson. What's up, my friend? Thanks for joining us. The real question is Grens or no Grens. I think you have to. I think that anything other than Grens, and you're setting yourself up for a struggle, like Jess said.
And the one good thing is that grins aren't really affected by splash damage, thus negating the need for TH. If a grin was going to get hit by a boom cannon anyways, they're getting one shotted anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So grins negate the need, at least initially, for TH. Yes, you're going to lose a few to like a flanking cannon or a sniper tower, but the grins allow you to continue moving forward and navigating without necessarily getting that TH.
I wouldn't be putting any love into the explosive drones. I think they're a waste of tokens. Whilst you get a few more and act as a decoy, I don't really see them being viable. We got Scully sighted in the chat. What's up, Scully? How you doing, my friend? Thanks for joining. Thanks for sending your crew over as well. They're sort of drifting in slowly. How did you get on? How was your warrior thing? Yeah, I don't really see explosive drones being a thing. If everyone is going
I,
Grens, then maybe we need. Yeah, yeah. I mean, once you get to rocket launchers, but then don't forget, by the time we get to rocket launchers, you're gonna. Oh, that was supposed to be a circle. You're also going to have tanks as well to act as a meat shield. So the good old you're going to have medics on path as well. So tanks, grens, and medics, which we all remember from back in the day, pre-warships, when we only had the main base. I will have my boombox in 2 weeks. It's Daniel, can't wait. Yeah, nice. Um, yeah, I think that I think TGM will be a thing for a while. And then it's this square here, this selection of goodies here that really interests me. Troop health, you'd be max troop health, max troop damage. Basically you max out your statue nodes at 5ER, which is something that has is something that's it's something that doesn't normally happen till 7, being able to max out your statues. But here we are. Here we are this
I,
season.
I think the two main kind of decision points in this tree, what you do in 4ER and how you are able to use the GBAs effectively in game without hurting yourself are going to be the two keys to this season. Because I think most people are going to take the same logical path in 2 and 3ER. So I think what you do in 4ER and then how you use the GBAs effectively in game will decide pretty much the entire season.
I just want to touch on something Link Legal said in the chat there. I think explosive drones take out mines. I don't think it's worth upgrading them though. No, absolutely. There's something else that you need to know about the explosive drones.
Martini.
So when you use them, they land on the deck. Before they do anything, they kind of have to become active. So as soon as they land, they're not active, but they can still be seen by defenses. So if you land them next to a flamethrower, the flamethrower will spin and take them out before they can become active. But they don't actually destroy mines until they become active. So if you drop them on a bunch of mines that's right next to a flamethrower, the flamethrower is going to kill them before they've activated the mines. So yes, they will take out mines, but you need to have the timing on them absolutely immaculate. For me, they are the worst. They're the singular worst troop, because even their passive ability of distraction and mine clearing doesn't actually work until they become active. So they really are pointless.
I was just gonna say, Polecat asked, 8 boats of grins are mixing with clone riflemen tomorrow, and I would say you can probably do 1-7. So 1 rifle, 7 grins, or when you get to it, 7 grins, 1 medic would probably be the ideal, just to have the, say you clear the beach, but then after you clear the beach, you drop the 1 boat of clone rifle to kind of distract any single point that might be there. Also had a few other people join in the chat. David, what's up? Polecat, Blazed, several people that kind of hopped in.
Yeah, no, I was just I just scrolled back up because Scully was just saying that he's had an absolute blast with Dark Anubis. He's moved up in my books. So yeah, good job. Nice, you had a good one there. And then yeah, obviously Todd, we've got Martini joining us. What's up, Martini? Polecat, thanks for joining. David, as you've already shouted out, these guys that have joined us. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for dropping by, and I hope we can bring you some sort of useful information. Personally, I don't think there's any need for distraction with the Grens. Certainly not in the first instance. The only things that can really touch them are the sniper towers and the mortars. But you know, if you get your drops right, yeah, maybe there is need. Maybe there could be call for one, depending on, you know, if it's a bit of a front cluster. If it's a bit of a front cluster, then it might be worth it.
But if you do happen to face somebody that doesn't have the splash, say somebody doesn't get flames and just has base machine guns, then you might want to try your hand at the clones. You know, somebody that doesn't have mortars or flames.
This kind of brings on to, because Polecat's just asked, so he maxing clones and Grens both, which way? So yeah, Gren's definitely going to want maxing. Clones, it really depends on how token rich you are and what your plan is at the start of the season. Players will focus on maxing snipers and mortars to counter Gren's players. Yeah, possibly. But if you do that at the expense of opening flamethrowers, then you're going to be susceptible to rifles. So, you know, if you come across a base that's got, say, tick 4 machine guns, no flamethrowers, tick 3 mortars, max sniper towers, max cannons, maybe 10%, 20% DBD, then you're going to rush that with max clone rifles. So it might be beneficial to have them both maxed. Similarly, if you don't max your clone rifles, you will have somewhere in the region of 420,000 extra tokens available to max other defenses. So as always, it's a balancing game of, you know, of what you max and what you don't max first thing in the morning or first thing at the start of the season.
Yeah, like I typed in chat, I think max grins, max your splash D, which is your flames, your machine guns, your mortars, your gunboat. Then just go tick 4 on your boost and go tick 4 on your single point, and then see what you have left over after that. And then, you know, spend accordingly.
Yeah, Blaze saying, I hate Grains, what a snooze fest. Like Scully's just pointed out, yeah, they do shine on Warships. As you know, I mean, you proved that a few seasons back, didn't you? I think you kind of, only you unlocked them by accident or unlocked them out of rage or just, but you unlocked them and went flying to Diamond and all of a sudden took a whole bunch of the collective with you, didn't you? Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, I've had a couple of seasons now with grins where I like rage unlocked them on like day 3 and like shot to diamond and carried a few people with me. But yeah, no, I always hated them. Anytime we got the tree, we'd all hop on Discord, like Stoneheart, Martin, myself, Cobra, and others, and we'd look at the tree and I'd be like, grins, or, you know, upset at grins and just surprised by them. But yeah.
Adam Brown in the chat. Sorry, I'd lost your name then for a sec. Thanks for joining, Adam. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, Polecat asking, I know Stoneheart prioritises building health, but it's a dead-end node. Is the second TD the priority before building health? I mean, building health slows the attack down. I mean, like every season, we can only speculate on what's going to happen. And whilst we're all sat here kind of going, Grens, we're only a very, very, very small percentage of a small slice of the community who will be playing the game. Now, if it turns out that a ton of people, bunch of people are going to go max clone rifles, then kind of the DBD is actually more important than the BH, because with the DBD you're just going to fizzle rifles. With the clone rifles, they're okay. Your tier 1 rifles, if you like, the first rifles that come off the boat, they're standard rifle strength, standard rifle damage. But after they've popped the first time, they lose health, they lose damage points. Now, without any extra boosts, with basically no extra troop health, they become really weak and mushy. And then when they pop the second time, they're just like marshmallows on a summer's day. They just melt at the sight of a flamethrower. So whilst it looks like there's a lot of bodies on the deck, you soon race through them, and with all those mines there as well, it doesn't take long to fizzle them out.
The problem with what Todd was saying, that he was going to race 100 TD with the clone rifles, and I would be willing to bet that with 100 TD and medics, that you're still not clearing, the dirty 3 ERs. I mean, you might be getting 2 ERs, but you're not going to get all 3, in my opinion.
I agree. In my opinion, to make clone rifles worth anything on their own, you need troop health. You need to increase the health value of the tier 2 and tier 3 clones that generate from the original rifles. Otherwise, there's no point in having them. The other thing that you guys should also be aware of is the flares don't work on the clones. So if you drop all your rifles and half of them die, and you flare them off to one side, only the tier 1 rifles are going to follow that flare. The tier 2 and the tier 3, I hope you understand what I mean by tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Those rifles, they're not going to follow the flare, the tier 2 and tier 3s. They're going to stay where they are. And for those rifles, their strength is definitely in numbers. So you almost, I'm not saying don't flare, obviously play your game the way that you see fit, you guys, but playing that flare is awful risky
without TH.
Or
something to prop them up.
Yeah.
It's just really hard, and I don't think any of the GBAs work with the clones outside of maybe remote defib and the crystal shield. And even with the remote defib, I don't think they'll bring back clones. I think they'll bring back just regular rifles. I don't even know if they bring back clones. I think it would bring back just regular rifles that would die after one, when they die the first time.
As far as I'm aware, they'll bring back clones. They'll bring back clone rifles. Because the rifles aren't on the tree. The meta for rifles isn't on the tree. So as far as I'm aware, they will bring back clone rifles that will spawn 1, that will spawn 2, kind of thing. Todd's saying I'm skipping Grams on 1 account and rushing to 4. That's what you were saying. That's fine in the main path. If it doesn't work, play the other account for 8 hours. That's that's always the option. So I might pull a dynamic donkey and stay in 2 ER for a week or 2. No, I'll be doing that at 3 ER. It might be my Manic Meerkat account. We might see. In fact, no, we will. This season, I will be doing end of season stream. This season will be Meerkat Madness 1 year on. It's been a year since we had this introduction to this silly dressing up nonsense at the end of the season. We started with the bull, the ballerina stream. But that was for another reason. But the end of this season, it'll be the 1 year anniversary since Vinny did his epic thing, and a year since we've had the Meerkat. So the Meerkat will be making another outing at the end of this season. You don't want to miss that, because Meerkat, he really enjoys streaming for you guys. But yeah, he'll be back at the end of this season. As long as I can get enough poundage off to get into that costume. They get weaker and weaker by the clones. Troop health for the win with clones. The good point with clones ignoring flares. I mean, the clones are... in theory, they like look great because 1 becomes 2 and 2 becomes 4, and you end up swamping the deck with all of these troops. And actually, they're not. You know, like all proto troops, you know, they have their advantages and they have their disadvantages. And you know, when RCs eventually hit the deck, yeah, Jess has just put, as much as I love RCs, I don't see them being a viable option until the end. The RC, they may end up being a viable distraction for RCs. If you've got 2 boats of clone rifles running around the deck, popping little pink rifles everywhere they go, that might be enough of a distraction to make the remaining 6 rocket choppers, especially with 100% troop damage, worthwhile, especially if you've got Sparky to play with and critters as well to distract. You know, the only thing you're missing is the shocks. But
I think I just in my honest opinion, I don't know if you're on the 4ER area on the screen.
yeah,
But in my honest opinion, I think your top 200 to 300 players are going to skip that entire top at 4ER. I think people are going to get to 4ER. They're going to get the boom cannons, the GBE. They're going to get the hot pot, and then they're going to go tanks and go straight to 5ER.
yeah.
The TD and BH in 5ER outweigh anything that's in 4ER. I know people will be really, by that point, wanting a hero, but Brick and Spark, while they are pretty good, Spark gives you the critters and Brick gives you Crystal Shield or whatever. I think going forward is a better option than getting anything on that top path, RLs included. So I think most of them will skip RLs because you have too many key vacs to get to RLs, unless maybe Zukas become a thing where it's tank Zuka. But even then, I think people will just skip it, go straight bottom 4 into 5, and then that's when you start to party.
The trouble is with tank Zuka is by the time the Zukas have taken out the target, the tanks are kind of just getting in position. The target's gone. The tanks have to reposition. The Zukas are so quick that they're in position as the tanks get into position, and they kind of travel as one pack. There's never any separation between the two, so that the tanks can act as a meat shield. Whereas with the Grens having that much further range, they're able to maintain more separation between the tanks and themselves so that the tanks can actually act as a meat shield. Somebody the rifle flare glitch will work well with the RCs leaving cover behind them. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Jampot. Jampot, new name as well. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well, Jampot, is if you if you drop a boat of rifles and let a few of them die, flare them across, flare them over, flare them somewhere else, let the tick 1 or the tier 1 rifles go off in that direction, the others stay behind. You know, could you use that with the RCs? I don't know, it needs to be sort of thought through a little bit more than just...
The problem with it is because you're missing smoke, you're missing art, you're missing shocks, you're missing everything that makes RCs viable. And so to use RCs, you would have to full clear with RCs, and at that point, RCs aren't RCs. At that point, if you're full clearing, it just kind of defeats.
Grens will pop clones, right? Probably. It's something that I've not actually checked out. But obviously, if you flare Grens into a cul-de-sac or into a really tight corner, they will kill each other. So there's no reason to believe that they wouldn't kill the clone rifles. I know that they kill the explosive drones if you send explosive drones out ahead. So there's no reason to. Yeah, Grens pop everything. Yeah, that's kind of why I thought Doomer, we got Commander J Doom sighting in the chat. What's up? How you doing, my friend? The remote defib remote defib function might work function. The remote defib might
By the
function as a shock. I'm not
by the
quite
time you get there, you would just have shocks. He's talking
Yeah.
about dropping troops right on the defense.
But
So,
aren't shocks before the remote defib?
yeah,
Um,
unless he was referring to maybe a super warrior in 5ER. Now, these super warriors are the GBA super warriors, not the invisible, horrible super warriors that they like brought for a couple seasons. It is the GBA ability.
yeah, the ones that you toss from the gunboat. It's not the ones that or what were they? What did they call
They were
them?
invisible for like
Yeah,
5
yeah,
seconds
like
or whatever.
well, they were invisible whilst they weren't attacking. So if they were, you could rush them between ER and ER, and they'd go invisible until they start attacking, like secret agent warriors, or so, I can't remember what they called them now. But no,
But they had horrible attack and health, I think.
they were called hidden warriors.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doom. Yeah, those guys. But no, I agree. I agree with what Jess has just said. You know that I think getting through 4 into 5, get rid of that. Get through 4 into 5, and get into this square. Because that's where the boosts are, and you know that at the end of the day, they're kind of
game-changing nodes.
a misidentified shield for defib. So you thought the crystal shield here was the defib? No, that's yeah, and I'm not sure whether that actually works on air troops or not. The crystal shield
doesn't work on the air troops,
No.
and I don't know that it works on like the clones, not
No,
the
I don't.
initial rifles. It'll work on that, but I don't think it'll work on the clones.
No, absolutely. So no, this actually the what are we calling it? The crystal shield projector. They actually might come in useful for the Grens once the RLs are on deck. Actually, if you're kind of trying to still use the Grens, or you know, to protect the tanks, it might be worth grabbing them. Possibly, maybe. But I still agree with Jess that 5ER, getting to 5 and getting max TD, max troop health, max building health, max defensive building damage is going to be key. And maybe even once you've got that troop health, is coming back for that and giving yourself troop health
60ER. Yeah, 60ER just has too many good things for you.
There's a lot of good stuff there. Appreciate the input, guys, and advice, guys. Good luck to you both, as well as the Boom community. No worries, Polcat. No, thank you you are the Boom. You guys in the chat, you're the Boom community. You know, without you guys, we'd have nothing here no one here to I'd be sat here talking to myself and the dog. Well, even he's asleep on the floor. So, yeah, like you just said, Jess, there's a lot of good stuff there at 6 as well, isn't there? You know, the extra shock launcher, the boom cannons, shocks, second wind, or the remote defib, you know, call it second wind. Even bullet down there, I think, you know, at this stage, if you haven't got a hero and you're still pushing on, you're going to be doing well, but you're going to really feel the benefit of picking a hero up. And without Kavan on the tree, I think probably bullet is the hero of choice, even if he is going to cost you 70 keys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It might end up being a thing where Brick ends up being the final hero because you use Super Warriors, Remote Defib, and Remote Hack to clear one half of the base, and then you use Brick with clone rifles and bombers to clear the other half of the base, and it's a base race. For as elderly as the game is to begin with, as slow and monotonous and defensive as everything will start out for the first week and a half, the second week and a half will be a really fast base race.
Or this season is really going to build to a crescendo. You know, you like you said, it's going to start off slow, monotony. That's going to be another key word. Patience. But like you said, come 60R and 70R, it's going to be fast and furious. You know, what we got 150 TD. We've got the lasers there as well. There's a lot there to be had. You know, we got GBAs of Second Wind, so that's Kavan. You got GBAs of Hack, Critters. That's Sparky. You know, you either have bullet or brick, and some hits you're going to be like you've got 3 heroes working for you on deck. So yeah, it's going to be. I think we're going to see some really creative hits come the end of the second week and into the third week.
Does the crystal shield work on the clones? I thought it would just work on the initial rifles and wouldn't work on the clones, because no other GBA works on clones.
Yeah, without actually kind of really getting into it, I'm not certain. I really need to dig down deep into the numbers and stuff. I followed the conversation there, and I don't know whether Doom is talking about the clone rifles in general. I know when Jess says clones, he means the guys that spawn from the. So what I've been referring as to as the tick. So when I talk about the clones, I talk about tick 1, and tier 1, and they're the clones that come off the boat. The rifles that come off the boat are tier 1. When they pop, they're tier 2. When they pop again, they're tier 3. Obviously, we all know that tier 2 and tier 3 are weaker, but I don't think that the crystal critters or the shield projectors work on the tier 2 or tier 3 clones. Yeah, but the other ones don't work on critters or super warriors. Shield does, so shield should work on the clones of the clones. Okay. Well,
I've never used shield on critters or super warriors. You know that. So I wouldn't know that, but like
there is a way to definitively find out, and I will definitively find out later.
But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that is sort of. There's not much choice coming out of the gate this season. To me, didn't want to do that.
It's going to be all about base and hits.
Yeah. You know, let's get rid of all of that. The base is going to be important. Your hit will also be massively important. But I don't see any viable other alternatives, you know, in terms of a path out of out or at least to 4ER. McLovin in the chat. What's up, McLovin? Commander J Doom, what are you going to do? That's all we need to know. I'm going Crystal Critters and then Rush 4ER. I wouldn't recommend following my path though. So you're just going Grens and clone rifles and Crystal Critters.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, if anyone can make it work, Doomer, it's you. To be fair.
I find grins naturally more enjoyable to play than tanks. I mean, I know I used a lot of profanity in my use of tanks last season. I did not enjoy them. I at least could manage and somewhat enjoy a grin hit, you know? I mean, not really enjoy it, but it's tolerable, it's gameplay, it's strategic. But dropping the tanks and hoping those things to move faster, or trying to wield them things to move faster than they actually do, like it is frustrating. It's also frustrating to lose to a tank player.
Grens are all right when you've got 25 plus Grens throwing their grenades all over the place, and you got all manner of defenses popping that you wouldn't actually be targeting, and they're quite fun then. But when you get down to, you know, there's 3 Grens left that you're flaring around to try and keep them out of range of that last mortar, so that they can take that out and then spend the rest of the day taking out the final ER, because your opponent's fizzled with 1 ER left, and you have to do it, then that's when they become really irksome.
I know. Well, it's just like Supercell copied like the Dyson Lynn playbook for the past 5 seasons, and I'm just waiting to wake up from that nightmare.
Todd says season 53, 2 ER Seekers. Well, I think, Scully, is it, can we say, yeah, bollocks, I'm just going to say it. I'm sure it was in the notes that the Seekers and the the Seekers and the critter launchers are off for, what did they say? What was the wording they used? Was it tweaking? Or some kind of overhaul. So I don't know whether they're going to make them stronger or weaker or dearer or cheaper, or I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do with them. But the next time you see Seekers, they may taken offline for that was it, taken offline for something. Yeah, I mean, I don't. If they nerf Seekers, I'm quitting the game. I don't know what they're going to do. Whether they, they might nerf them but add more to a boat. They might fly. You might have flying. They might be buffed. They might be. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? They might just change their colour. They might put little mustaches on them. They might give them hair. I don't know. But something's happening to them. They might be giving them little Santa costumes ready for Christmas. We'll see. But those and the critter launchers, maybe the critter launchers are going to come back looking like Olaf from Frozen, firing critters out of their carrot noses. Who knows? But when the Seekers come back, they may not be quite the same as how you remember them. Possibly. I don't know. They've not said what they're doing other than the fact that they've been taken offline for, I can't remember the exact word that was used now. Sorry if I've just said something I shouldn't, but I'm sure Chicken mentioned that in his sneak peeks, actually, thinking about it now. I'm sure he mentioned that they were being tweaked or worked upon or fiddled with.
Well, they got to do something because
they'd not mentioned it. Okay.
They basically handicapped the critter launchers to the point where they don't even work properly. There's no point in having them if they're not going to be difficult, and at least they need to upgrade the cost to critter launchers to that of like RLs or barrage or artillery. It's a game-changing defense, so they need to upgrade it where you have to spend more tokens on it.
I would like to see them upgraded to sort of the same price as barrage. And the other thing that I'd like to see done would be to have them have the third critter launcher available at tick 5, not tick 4. Yeah, tick 5, not tick 4 for the third critter launcher. Tuning, that was it. So Seekers and critter launchers have been taken offline for tuning. Make of that what you will. You're in the clear. That's all right. Yeah, as long as I wasn't saying things I shouldn't. Yeah, taken offline for tuning is the wording that we've been given. So it could be anything. They might come back musical. Yeah. Are they getting pimped? Yeah, twin exhausts. The Seekers are going to get double overhead cams and twin tailpipes fitted with a body kit and a nice big spoiler, except yours, Andrew. Yeah, yours will come back in metallic pink. Pimp my Seeker.
I do think they need to nerf them. Not a whole lot, but either their attack or their health needs to be tuned a little
What
bit, because right now they are definitely the most OP. Like if you can play Seekers really well, there's no point in playing another
what about if
troop.
they
You know
took
what I'm
one
saying?
or two off of a boat?
That
And that they were
I
the
think bombers. Well, I not bombers. I think lasers need to be nerfed a little bit more as well, because if lasers are in a season with more TD than BH, more than not, lasers win the day, and so you might as well not even have RCs in the game anymore if there's not going to be a meta that makes sense for them at some point.
Mm.
Just my thought.
But then
But I
it's
like RC, so
it's different strokes for different folks at the end of the day, isn't it? Because if if you can't play air troops and you find ground troops easier, then your laser rangers are your ground troop rocket chopper, aren't they? I think that taking stuff out, we just want more stuff added. I mean, you look at this season. What I love about this season is some of the standard stuff has been removed. So no Kavan, no Seekers, no shock launchers, no smoke, no artillery, no medkits, and it's been replaced by a whole bunch of GBAs. So what's wrong with doing that every season? Next season, no bullet, no cannons, no flare. God, could you imagine a season with no flare? And take out another half dozen options and replace them with other things. There's plenty of bits that Supercell could throw in. Yeah, I kind of think that Doom is spot on there. That Seekers are well balanced as it is. They just need to be later in the tree, 6 or 7 ER. I think having them at 5 ER, it makes, especially when the season is about sort of tilted towards them. If any troop needs to be nerfed, it's bombers, since 80% of the players use them every season.
No, I would agree with that. Bombers are so boring to me. It's why I fell out of last season, like just kind of disengaged. It's just the same thing. Like especially 2-ramp bomber seasons, you're basically just dropping,
No more best Seeker hits in 5ER. Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, that, and then they've kind of handicapped RCs to be this mid-level troop. If you've noticed the past 6 seasons, RCs are positioned at 4 and 5 ER to be a mid-level troop. I mean, does that make sense? Not in game, just mid-level. You're just going to use them for the time being because they're better than tanks or grins, not as the focus of a season or even in meta.
Yeah, I think RCs this season, they're going to be difficult to use. But again, if what are they up against? Cannons, boom cannons. What we got? Flamethrower machine guns, mortars, sniper tower machine guns. So there's no extra. There's no extra cannons and no extra boom cannons available for them to fight them this season. There's the shock blaster and the boom surprise on the Proto 1 node, but I think most people there are going to be going hot pot, aren't they? Because that's what die seekers die.
Hot pot until later on, and then I think eventually it reverts to a shock blaster.
Yeah, once you're into that normal end meta, I think you're right. But I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? When it comes to end meta, you've got heavy choppers, you've got gramps, you've got lasers, you've got seekers, you've got rocket choppers, and every end meta hit is a combination of those, depending on the layout, because they are the ultimate troops, aren't they?
When yeah, I mean, I agree with Dune. Like for RCs to be viable at all, you have to have a specific tree deck. You know, that's
Mm.
why I always hate the two ramp decks. If you hear me every season, because here lately they've been very generic two ramp decks. We used to have the one ramp, and if it was a lot of TD, less BH, and one ramp, it used to always be an RC season. But now, because lasers are in the picture, lasers kind of, take they kind of take some of the juice off the RCs. So,
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I was just reading reading chat there, reading Apex's comment. I'm going to try something new this season. He's going to blame Skull Crusher. Yeah, like you said, the lasers. I mean, the lasers bring that run through damage that nothing else has got. And I think that lasers are a great counter to the critter launchers. Obviously, they're like Jello, so they have to be well protected.
well, they just remind me of like extended heavy rush. Just imagine, I mean, not heavy rush, but heavy chopper rush. Think about bus rushing, but instead of like five extra buses, you just have lasers. That's basically what it is. You just full, I don't know.
I
Maybe I'm
think
wrong, but it just
I
gives
think
me that
only
vibe.
having one ramp all season is going to certainly change things round a little bit. Um, like you said, the last few seasons we've had a lot of double ramp bases. I think having one ramp this season will be interesting.
Yeah, I don't even mind the vertical one ramp 7ER. I actually prefer the horizontal one ramp 7ER, but I'll take a vertical too as long as it's just one ramp. But yeah, who was watching? Oh, I thought he was referring to like
Yeah,
Telegram. I
I'm
was like,
I'm assuming that you can hear it in the background. I'm just
yeah, you can hear. I've been able to hear it the whole time. I just,
right.
I mean,
My
it's not a big
lads,
deal to me.
my lad's massively into the Formula One Grand Prix. Absolutely loves it. All the drivers, all the teams, all that everything. And so yeah, he's back in the lounge watching the Mexican Grand Prix at the moment. And I've got a feeling that the volume has been creeping up slowly during the course of the stream. I know when I started streaming, he came and pulled the door to, but I think since then the dogs kind of come and push the door open a little bit, and obviously my voice has carried through. Tell him only me said turn it down. Beast, we got beast. Oh my word! Look what's just shown up, guys. We got beast mode. Wow! Now here's an OG from the past. What's up, Beast? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I was no, we're not in Discord. For some reason, Discord doesn't work at the moment. So I've got Jess on in Telegram. But yeah, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Yeah, no, he's there watching the Grand Prix. I'm not sure what more there is to say about this tree this season. Beast is
Nah,
alive.
there's not really.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Second wedding anniversary today. 2 years ago today, we were in North Devon, having a bit of a party. You remember? Lots happened since then, eh? But no, all good, mate. All good, thank you. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what more there is to discuss with this season. Anyone got any questions, thoughts, ideas, theories that are relevant, Beast, before you start? 2 years ago today, we were very, very drunk. Yes, we were. Well, you were. Mine broke the BBTFRG, so. Yeah, I'd say I don't know if anyone's got any. or anything? Anyone? Anyone with questions? Yeah, I was going to let's whip back over to that one. I was going to show you the. So yeah, the BBTFRG sign kind of came. I went to move it when I put the Saturn V rocket on the shelf, and it sort of fell apart. So it's in one of these drawers here, awaiting some more hot glue and the wife's special mention. She's the arty crafty one. She's the one that made it. You're doing a shameless plug for November. Go on then, Beast. So yeah, Beast. Now Beast has hit Beast's hit puberty. He's now capable of joining in with Movember. So he's grown himself a little bit of fluff on his chin, and he needs your support. So there is the link. There is the link for his Movember challenge page. So get over there and show your love. Help him out. Just mentalize myself for another freaking boring season. Yeah, I think to start with, where's the drill? Drills are over here, mate. Here you go. Here's your drill. There's your other drill, my favourite. No, we know which drill you like. Here we go. This is Beast's favourite drill. Beast's favourite drill. Ready?
This is not a drill.
No, we've got the drill. Drill's here. Drill's back in the bedroom where it belongs. The office, study, front bedroom, utility room. It just about doubles as everything. At least it drowned out the F1. Yeah, so the Discovery shuttle there on the bottom, I've just fitted a lighting sound kit to it. It's not a drill. Great sound, my cheers. I fitted a lighting sound kit to it that had it all fitted up with a battery, but it would appear that the battery that was connected to it has gone missing. As I roll back in my chair and look at my son in the lounge, who sat watching the Grand Prix, pretending not to hear me. Yeah, so it all lights up and makes funky lights and funky sounds and stuff. And I was going to show you that, but I can't do that now because, yeah, the Con Air sign's up there. I should need to get a seat. I'll do that for the next No Chickens Were Harmed in the Making of this. Yeah, so have you got anything you wanna add, Jess?
Yeah, I think it's more about just, be patient. Just don't unlock anything unnecessary. Watch your replays, check to see what the top players are doing, see where they're pathing, just really think about things before you unlock them. And yeah, just try to have fun. You might not love grins. I don't like grins. Not very fond of tanks, but we're all in the community. We enjoy playing the game. So I think just enjoy it for what it is and just try to have as much fun as possible.
There you go. Solid words from a solid Warships veteran. Like I say, I think that's what it's about. Bit of patience to start with, but by the end of the season, I think we're all going to be loving all these extra GBAs. The remote defib and the second wind that we remote defib and the remote hack that we got. I think the crystal shields will also come into play a lot more than maybe people giving credit for. So yeah, I think we're kind of done. And let us say, unless anyone else has got any more questions, last call for questions from chat. Anyone? But if not, then I think we're going to be pretty much out. Those of you that are going to be on the seas first thing in the morning, good luck to you all. I wish you all the best, and may the boom force be with you. Who's paying for the beers next? Yeah, I'm not quite sure where you're off to next. I'm not sure who else is doing a stream. I think that's probably it for this evening now. I think the next one will be the Great Skull Crusher tomorrow morning in what are we looking at? 9 hours, about 9 hours from now, 8 3/4 hours, 8 hours 45 minutes from now. Beast has a question. This should be interesting. Go on, Beast, let's have it. See you next season then, says Only Me. Waiting for Beast's profound words of wisdom. He's typing away on his keyboard. Where's the ballerina suit? Ballerina suit's in the wardrobe upstairs with the rest of the fancy dress stuff, mate. I've seen the drill and the spirit level, but where's the hammer? The hammer is... the toolbox is downstairs at the moment. So the hammer's in the toolbox downstairs, I'm afraid. I'll bring the hammer up for the next stream. I'll make sure the hammer's up for the next stream. You seen the spirit? Can you see the spirit level? Oh yeah, I suppose if I lean back, you can see the spirit level. Yeah, that's there. Yeah, ballerina suits in the fancy dress box upstairs. We're kind of, yes, we have got a fancy. I've got a fancy dress spot in the cupboard now because obviously we've got just the ballerina suit, we've got the meerkat suit, we've got the Santa suit, we've got. I'll tell you what I did find that needs to go upstairs. We got the dynamic donkey mask. That's still down here. The dynamic donkey mask needs to go downstairs, and all the Australian stuff: the kangaroo suit, the Steve Irwin suit, the inflatable crocodile, the inflatable kangaroo. That's all still down here. That needs to go back upstairs into the fancy dress cupboard. Johnny Das, you've been there all the time, haven't you? I know you've been lurking in the chat all the time because you do this every time. And just as I'm winding it up, up pops Wreck. Doesn't look so dynamic. No, he doesn't when I've just got my hand in there. But once I put the head in, once I put my head up inside him, he's a bit more. I don't know. Can't try to feel it out. Yeah, there it is. Did break that BBTFRG sign. I reckon he did it on purpose. Rex says, no, just joined. I'm at work. Yeah, I suppose it's after o'clock in the morning out there for you now, isn't it? What, probably 9-ish, 10 o'clock, something like that. Our clocks have gone back as well, so that's sort of pushed the time difference a little bit.
We need to get you off of 666. You got 6,660 subscribers. We need to get you like an extra subscriber.
Yeah.
So just sat on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it can't be silenced all the sixes. You know, if anyone's 666, it's not me. That's for sure. He's had enough of us, Only Me, trying to cut all ties. Hey, I'm the one still here doing it. It's you lot that have buggered off. You've left. You've taken the holy BBTFRG Trinity and turned it into a duo, and then Aaron's sodded off and turned it into me and my solo act. So I think I got every right to break the sign if I want to break the sign. Just realised this side of my face is quite dark. I might need to invest in another stream light on that side of the room. Random thoughts. Anyway, why are you so angry, Rek? Have you not met Rek? He's always angry. Right, anyway, I'm signing off. We can't sit here chatting bollocks all night, so I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you. I'll try and bash out stream one evening, but I am working a bit extra. Life took over. Yeah, I know. We don't need more faces. Come back, Beast. The country needs you. I'll try and
Yeah.
smash out a stream somewhere this week. Work's a little bit busier, but even if it's only like an hour and a half collecting chests and having a bit of a giggle, and when I get the battery back off my boy, I can show you what the Discovery does with all its lights and things. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go first time chest tomorrow, so that's probably when I'm gonna go after everybody has jumped out of the initial, wave.
there you go. There you go. So you got Jess. So you'll have Scully going live first thing. Jess going in after that first time chest tomorrow. What for us Brits will be tomorrow evening. Probably be around lunchtime ish for you, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, like 10 or 11 a.m.
There or
Yeah,
thereabouts for those stateside. But yeah, love you too, Beast. Not to worry. We don't really want you coming back, to be fair, but we'll keep that one to ourselves. Maybe we could do all three of us over Christmas somewhere at some point in time. We could all three of us kind of come back on as a little nostalgia trip down memory lane, possibly, maybe, perhaps. But we'll see.
Make a Christmas album.
Like a Christmas comeback tour, yeah. Just do it for the paycheck. You should pay him a visit, Beast. Call round and break his confirmation site and see how he likes it. Oh God! Before you go, yes, Rec, yes. What's your path? Okay, very quickly. What do we want? Very quickly for Rec and anyone else that's joined us. I will call this up. I will call that up. We want
just
screen sharing. There we go. So my path will be paint there. Right, so I am going to go flamethrowers first, TD, mortars. I'm going to go shot mines, 3, flare, DVD. This one, first time chest, I'm going to get building health. Third time chest, I'm going to get Grens. Then I'm going to start pushing forward. Hopefully I can get to rank 15. Even if I get to gold, I can't get to TD till the evening or till tomorrow night, but I won't be playing from first thing in the morning because I've got to work. So when I get in tomorrow, I'm going to tap Jess up. I'm going to see what he's learned through the course of the day, and then I will adjust my meta accordingly. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. That's my path off the bat tomorrow. If I were playing from first thing in the morning, but like I say, I'm not. I'm going to be playing sort of when I get in from work. So we'll see exactly what path I end up taking. Con Air, not confirmation. Oh, right, okay. Fresh Fruit Salad. I hate this keyboard. Yeah, I'm sure we can make a special appearance at some point. Yeah, I think we can. The background noise is coming from you, not the Formula One. Background noise is coming from me, not the Formula One. I have a ninja plan, though. Of course you do. Of course you do. You can show us. It's my stomach. It's my belly. I need some chest in my belly. Get in my belly. That's what I need. Right. Anyway, I'm going. So thanks for joining me, Jess. Much appreciate that, mate. Thank you in chat for your company this evening. It was fun and interesting as always. Don't go, says only me. I've got to go. It's my wedding anniversary and I promised her I wouldn't be on for long tonight. Right. We've done an hour and a half. Right, I will see you all on the seas during the week. Thank you all very much. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you... Dents in the belly. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you do, don't get caught. If you get caught, you don't know me. All right, guys. Good night. Where's the button? There we go.